It'll work. There's a second or two. All right. Hi, friends. I'm host Eric. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. This is my FE. So I got a girlfriend now, and gosh, how long has it been? 2 weeks? Has it been 2 weeks yet? Suze, I think it's been 2 weeks. I'm really good at relationships. I learned from my 2 divorces before that the best way to win a divorce, to win a marriage, a relationship, is to make all your arguments beforehand. You got to make dark arguments. You got to put in your work up front, so that later, when she's saying, "Stop doing what you're doing," "Stop pissing in the sink," "Stop eating inhalers," you can be like, "Look, I went to garage sales with you." You got to preemptively strike that shit.
Oh.
Hi. Oh.
Hi.
Oh, here.
Oh, do I have to do that?
Yeah, you can talk to that. We're just ad-libbing.
Okay. You're what?
Just talking.
Oh. Well, my advice to Eric would be keep trying new things, but if you don't like the garage sailing, just like, it's not your thing. Make sure you let her know. But keep trying the new stuff and have fun. Such an asshole.
I am not an asshole. Oh, shoot. Okay, so anyways, I just heard that Eric's out garage sailing on this Saturday morning. I'd like to just take this time to point out that he is instantly whipped. Eric, you are. Oh, and happy late birthday. Happy birthday. You're still pussy whipped, and it's hilarious. Now, that was all I really wanted to say. Actually, I had no plan at all. As you said, Sue started recording. But since my mind got on the tangent, garage sailing, while it is totally a pussy whipped activity, and you are absolutely not able to spin it in a way that will make me believe that it is anything but pussy whipped. Yeah, he's got a rubber fist that he got from garage sale. He calls it sport hands. They get sporty together. I think that it's not, for an ENTP, garage sailing is not a bad time. It's just something you wouldn't do unless you were deeply, deeply committed to being completely pussy whipped. However, when you're out garage sailing, I think it's kind of an ENTP activity to a certain extent, because there's full of extroverted intuitive possibilities. You could find treasure right around the next corner, and it could be very cost-effective treasure. So you're thrifty. That makes TI happy, and you get to rummage through people's shit and find their old junk and stuff. I don't know. Adam, how do you feel about garage sales or junk?
I mean, if you find like a nice refurbished item, laptop, tablet, Kindle, then go for it. I mean, it's gonna work if it's refurbished. If you can get a discount, go for it.
I mean, just people's little junk. I mean, I got a Slim Whitman album that I ended up shooting in a garage sale. I got some wall decorations upstairs, some bar signs. One's Johnny Walker, and one is what's the other one? Beefeater, gin.
Yeah.
Every now and then you can find some stuff, and if nothing else, you get to poke around people's shit.
Yeah. So at least it's entertaining.
Put them in paper.
Do you think that she's taking him out so that she can buy him clothes?
No. If you're a garage seller, you're going for the deal.
You hope so? I don't know. So, I don't understand the angle that Katie was suggesting. But Sue, do you think that this is an angle on behalf of the lovely girlfriend? Nothing against her. God bless you. I can't believe she even made it here. I can't believe she didn't bow the fuck out the first time that she heard of this place, and the first time she heard him talk, and the first time he argued with her and got pissed and threw a temper tantrum because he touched a boob and he didn't get any further. But anyways, nevertheless, being a woman who's got both of his balls right here, what do you think she's doing with them? Is she dressing him? My guess is that she's improving.
Caressing him.
But it is possible that she's getting him a bottom of new clothes. Well, that's not bad. I have my clothes laid out frequently, and my socks need to be together because I don't like wearing socks that don't match. And God, I can't match my own socks. That takes forever and it's frustrating. So I'm just wearing flip flops in ridiculous weather. Okay, I can't judge him for being dressed, but do you think it says, or do you think that she's maybe slow boiling him into the point where he is obedient, but doesn't even realize it because there's a slow transition?
Yeah, I think you're on point. Like, I don't think, I don't know how long this slow boil, it's a pretty vague thing that you're talking about, like slow boiling, but
it is.
I think, like, you're on point in the sense that he will, like, Eric could possibly be oblivious to the ways in which
he's being boiled.
More or less.
Suze, you got to look on your. I am making no good nor bad judgment calls. All I'm doing is trying to analyze. This is like the pregame show where we're reviewing the past games and how each players have done and who needs to really step it up this game. And I'm saying that I think that going into the first quarter of the third week, I think that she has the ball and she knows what to do with the ball. Sports metaphor only, and she's she's gonna win the game here pretty quickly. However, I do think that Eric is probably okay with that. He probably wants her to score some touchdowns and stuff, and he probably prefers it that way because he doesn't want to have to bother with throwing the ball. However, for whatever reason, he seems to think that he's actually quarterbacking both teams. And I don't know if that's for us or for himself, or if he believes it, or if he's trying to convince himself, or even what her agenda is. She might want to skunk him like 100-0. She might want to just like teach him how to play football. But regardless, balls are in her hand, and Sue's thoughts? Adam? Mr. Blanky?
I think, like, it depends, like, it boils down to the influence that they both have on one and another, because it is a relationship, right? So it's just two subjects that have an influence on one another, and the degree to which one doesn't know the influence the other is having on them determines whether they're sort of like just adjusting involuntarily or not. So I think what might happen is it's like it could fluctuate in terms of who's controlling the ball, who's throwing the ball, and to what lengths. And so, yeah, in the same way that when you watch a football game, like the sides change in terms of attack and opposition all the time. So I think that's what's happening constantly within the. But like to think about it long term, it's like I think the female generally has the upper hand, like just based on.
Well, we can both agree probably that when it's the guy on defense, or when the guy does not have the upper hand, in those instances, he doesn't ever really realize how much he doesn't have the upper hand. He still typically tends to think that he has the upper hand all the time, when sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
But
That's
I mean,
pretty common.
I don't know how long your longest relationship has been, Adam. But have you been married?
No, I've been in one relationship. It was for 2 years. First love, first like person I'd been like having sex with, and well, first all of that shit, the romantic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 years isn't a short time. I know how relationships work. Well,
Okay.
based on,
So we've all been with someone for at least long enough. I can't say that it is. I think I'm the only one who's been married, and that was a miserable year that I did that for. But
yeah.
I think you're still qualified enough to say, Eric, you're not running the show. Although it's funny that you think you are, you're not confusing me. And Suze doesn't look like she appreciates me calling him how I see him. But I think that Kim's got him. Thanks for people eat cheese.